Alright, we've got something pretty cool here today, guys. So I had a fella contact me. I think he found me through Facebook and knew that I played with batteries, and he's given me a few batteries to play with. He's got these drones that he actually uses for aerial spraying. He actually sprays weeds and marker paint and stuff like that with a drone that holds a 10-litre spray tank. Flies for about 10 minutes on one of these batteries, and they are half a kilowatt hour at 44 volts. So yeah, 12 amps at 44 volts. And he's given me a few of these and a charger to play with, but this one's gone and expanded a bit. As you can see, it's got a bit puffed up and fat there, so there's going to be a few failed cells in that one. Still registers on its volt gauge. Then we've got this one here, which is physically damaged and smells burnt on the inside. There's something going on with the board there. I don't know whether it's had a big tumble or they just dropped it or what. Then we've got this little buddy here that's just under volt. So with the multimeter, I just had a quick check on these big XT plugs. I think these are XT 120s. We got 36 volts out of that one. We're at 46 in that one, so what we might do is I need to trickle this one up to get it up to voltage, or do it with the LiPo and the balance leads in 5s or 5 in series sets or something to bring it back to life. He said he's never used this one. He bought it from a guy that had it as excess stock but wasn't using his drone that much. If you have a look in the focus, the plug is brand new in there, so I can't imagine what these are worth. Evidently the drone's worth somewhere towards 100 grand. To be able to fly with that kind of payload and all these batteries and stuff, I'd imagine that the kit would be worth something like that. Apparently this charger's got some issues as well, which we'll get to when we get to them. But yeah, I'm going to open the top of these and let's have a look inside. Okay, so we've obviously got some issues with the PCB on this one we can recognise, and this one just needs to be brought up to a voltage where it'll actually be recognised by the charger and start to charge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull some current out of that and put it into that. Now, normally that wouldn't be a safe thing to do, but IC Station sent me this cool little thing. And it's a step down that you can control voltage, wattage, amperage, etc. So we've got 35 volts in this battery, and 41 or something in this, 44 in that. We're transferring, well, those fluoros are horrible. Transferring 40 watts. So while that cell, even though its PCB is potentially burnt out, at least that cell's holding decent voltage. Now this little thing can have up to 55 volts put into it, and then you can output whatever you want. I don't have a lab power supply that goes to 55, but doesn't mean we can't just use this battery. I do also have like 48 volt e-bike batteries we could have used and charged up separately. At the end of the day, you could realistically grab a bunch of lead acids, line them up, get 48 volts, poke it into this thing, and then feed it into one of our batteries. So we're coming up in voltage pretty good. We might get it to 40 and then see if the charger recognises it. You don't want to go too far because you never know how balanced or unbalanced it is. And you really don't want to kill all the lipos inside. So I'll look these up, these MG 12,000 Ps. These are actually selling for about $12.99 Australian dollars. So these are expensive batteries. Now the drone that these are for is called a Agras. This is in agriculture. DJI Agras. I think it's the 20, which has got a payload of 24 kilos. That's a significant drone, like 6 rotors. I found a few prices more like the $25,000 US kind of range, so I don't know what they actually are worth. So this cool little thing from IC Station, which I'll link in the video description, is just a step down controller. You see there, in 6 volts to 55 volts, out 0 to 50 volts. No, you can't see them. Oh no, dropped the cord out. I need more alligator clips. So many more. We'll just use them for everything. I don't have any of these connectors. I think these are XT 120s. I don't think they're the 90s, they're pretty substantial. So it states on these that charging the battery at 12 amps, don't charge over 24 amps. That's a serious charge of current, especially when you're talking 48 volt. This is half a kilowatt hour, guys. This little brick, half a kilowatt hour. So anyway, I will have a play with this for a while, and then I'll finish pulling apart the other battery. I'll make a video about me pulling the other battery apart shortly, and I'll get that up pretty quickly after this one. And then we'll talk about this charger next after that, because it's quite an interesting thing. But we'll see if we can get the voltage up. That's where you'll see the next video. And yeah, pretty crazy. I'd never heard of such a thing. And this is a 6-port charger. You're meant to be able to put 15 amps into the back of this and charge up your batteries 2 at a time. So yeah, a couple of kilowatts in half an hour on the quick charge mode. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. There'll be more to do with this. We're going to play